Wednesday. Welcome to yoga. Let's start by getting centered. So sit comfortably, please. And allow your shoulders to relax down your back. Feel the crown of the head lift toward the ceiling. And become aware of your breath. And the flow of breath in and the flow of breath out. Allowing this breath to rest in your awareness. Just allowing the breath to be your anchor for your awareness. So meaning when your mind wanders or some fantasy starts playing out in your head, that you just remember the breath and it brings you back. And back to what? Back to the practice, whatever we're doing at the moment, you come back to the present moment, and back to the ability to experience what's here in the now. And so that can include our bodies. How does it feel to be in your body in this moment? There's probably a menagerie of comforts and discomforts and neutral feelings, but just knowing that that's true, accepting that that's true, being present to that truth. And there's the presence of mind. So, what thoughts are going through your heads? How are you feeling emotionally? What underlying current is there? Maybe it's anxiety or stress or something else. And just like you have acceptance for the body and all of the ways that you feel in your body in the present moment, you can also have the same level of acceptance that there are different states of mind, maybe conflicting emotions present, confusion, uncertainty. Those are really normal functions of the mind. So compassion for that, the mind doing its job. And we'll keep drawing ourselves back to our current experience through our practice. So for now, go ahead and take a deeper, fuller breath and bring your palms together in front of you and honor yourself as you are in this moment, body, mind, breath, energetic state. And setting the intention that this practice is in service of you, of all those different aspects of you. So rubbing the palms together. Go ahead and take the heated palms over your eyes, and then brushing over the top of the head, down your neck, bringing yourself gently, slowly back to the space around you. Hello. So why don't we go ahead and start on hands and knees. So moving any props you have off to the sides and table pose. We'll start with some cat-cow. So the hands under the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips or slightly further back. With your inhale, look forward with the heart. Feel the tailbone lift behind you. And as you exhale, round the back, tuck the chin and tail under. Feel the mid-back reach toward the ceiling. And then reverse that. Inhale, look forward again, tailbone lifts. And exhale, round the back. And just keep going. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, rounding, starting to warm up the spine here. Linking your breath and your movement. Good. Let's add child's pose to this. So with your next exhale, go ahead and take the seat to the heels, forehead down to the floor. And then inhale back up, hands and knees. And exhale again, child's pose. Inhale back up, warming up the hips a bit more here, getting the shoulders into a bit more movement. Little extension for the back body when you extend back. Okay, a couple more times. Good. All right. So with your next inhale, come back to hands and knees. Bend your elbows in toward your waist and bring your heart to the floor. Release the hips down, coming onto your belly, and your hands are underneath your shoulders, and squeeze your elbows in toward your sides. With your next inhale, roll the shoulders down the back, pull the heart and head away from the floor, elbows stay bent, cobra pose. Exhale, release down and turn the head to a side. And then repeat that. Inhale, come back up, cobra pose, head and chest. Then exhale, release down, turn the head to the opposite side. And let's continue. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, release. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, release. Twice more. Inhale, cobra. And then exhale, release down. Take an adjusting breath. Good. And then go ahead and curl the toes under. And then go ahead and press up to hands and knees and lift the hips into the air, coming into down dog. Our first down dog of the night. So go ahead and walk the dog out a bit, pressing a heel to the floor, bending the opposite knee, all the while feeling extension in your spine, lifting those hips up, and breathe. Earlier when we were centering, I talked about, I actually liked myself for this, the menagerie of sensations in our bodies. And as we explore the body, especially here, just notice what those different sensations are. And they don't have to be good, they don't have to be bad or anything else. They're just there. Good, almost done. Beautiful. Inhale, float down onto hands and knees. Release the feet, child's pose once again. And allowing your hips to sink towards your heels, go ahead and walk your hands off of the left side of your yoga mat, reaching through that right hand. Feeling some extension along the right side of the body here. Especially think about grounding that right hip down. Good. And then walk the hands back to center and then just keep going. Walking the hands off the right side of the mat, reaching through the left arm. Feel the hips grounding toward the heels. Feel length on the left side. Take deep breaths into that length. Good. And then walk the hands back to center. Come back up to hands and knees. Downward facing dog. So in down dog, once you get there, go ahead and lift your right leg high into the air and let your left heel sink toward the floor. So you're spreading the feet in opposite directions. We'll stay here for just a couple of breaths. Good, then bring the right foot down. Let's bring the left foot up. Allow the right heel to sink toward the floor, feeling length in the back of the right leg as you lift that left leg as high as it'll go. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good, then bring the left foot on down. Just for a moment, take the right foot up. And then exhale, swing or carry step the right foot between the hands. Help it through and bring the back knee to the ground. We're going to do a little bit of work to stretch out the leg here. So with the hands or fingertips on the floor, take a deep breath in, look forward. And with your exhale, straighten the right leg. Pull the toes towards you to feel length in the back of this leg. Good. Inhale, rock forward. And exhale, straighten the leg, pull the toes towards you. Let's just keep moving between these two postures for a few rounds. Inhale, rocking forward. Exhale, rocking back. Good. One more time. Rocking forward, inhale, and then exhale, rock back. Pull the toes towards you. You can walk your hands back towards your body for stability, but we're going to hang out here for a moment. Breathing into the stretch in the back of the right leg. You can even think about taking the right hip back just a bit further, just guiding it behind you. And breathe. Our hamstrings get so tight. That's the back of the legs. Breathe into it. One more breath here. Good. Inhale, rock forward. Go ahead and sweep the right leg behind you. Downward facing dog. And notice the difference between the flexibility or access in the right leg versus the left leg. Might feel significant, might feel important to do this on the other side. So when you're ready, lift the left leg up and bring it on through. Help it forward. Take the back knee to the floor. So again, hands or fingertips on the floor. Look forward, inhale. And then exhale, straighten the left leg. Pull the toes back, feeling length in the back of this left leg. Then inhale, rock forward again. And then exhale, rock back. And just keep moving on the flow of your breath. Inhale forward, exhale back. Just helping to encourage this stretch in the back of the leg. We'll do a couple more, okay? Good. Rocking forward, inhale. Exhale, straighten the leg, pull the toes towards you. You can walk your hands back a little bit for stability. And breathe. This might be a tighter hamstring for you, or it might be a more flexible one because we tend to hold tension quite unevenly or asymmetrically in the body. This is definitely my tighter one. So breathe into it, no matter which one it is. But keep the toes pulling towards you. And like the first side, you can guide the hip back slightly to emphasize the stretch a bit more. Two more breaths. Good. Inhale, rock forward. And then sweep that left leg back, downward facing dog again. Stay for an adjusting breath. Good, good. All right, go ahead and walk your hands back to meet your feet, coming into the standing forward fold. Press palms to shins, come halfway up. And then with your exhale, fold a little bit further forward than you did before. It's okay to bend the knees just a little bit here. And just feel the upper body draping down over the legs. Release the head, neck, and shoulders, the arms. Good. Palms to shins again, halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side with a strong back. Come all the way up. And then go ahead and bring your palms to your heart. And feel sensation for just a moment. Notice it's happening in the body, both in response to what we have been doing and then also maybe in contradiction to, maybe the body's protesting. All right. So I'm going to ask you to take a wide stance on your yoga mat now and turn the toes out about 45 degrees. Okay. And we'll start with some squatting. We'll add some stuff here to it in a minute because we can't just squat. We have to make it fancy. So hands on the hips, take a deep breath in. With your exhale, bend your knees out toward the toes. Sink down. Good. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, sink back down in. Keep the heart lifting and up. Exhale, sink in and up. We'll do a few more, all right? Sinking in and lift and down and lift and down and lift. Good job. We're going to come back into that here in just a moment. We're going to add something to it to start. So just relax your arms down in front of you. And then go ahead and sweep your arms forward, cross them, lift them up, sweep them back, and then bring them back down again. And then cross them in front of you, lift up, and then back and down. Forward, up, back, and down, making these big circles with the shoulders and arms. We call these windmill arms for very obvious reasons. Sweeping up and back. Now, if you want to trick your brain or bring a bit more awareness to this, you can switch which arm crosses in front each time. If that just makes it too much for you, don't worry about it. You can just do whatever feels good each time. So making these big circles, breathe as you do so. I like to inhale as I lift the arms up and exhale as I bring them down. Good, big circles. Keep the arms moving and bend the knees. Sink down in. Try not to slap the legs. It takes a bit more awareness there. Forward, up, back, and down. Big movements with these shoulders. We're almost done. You might start to feel some fatigue in the shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the legs and take a breath. But wait, there's more. Because we did arms forward, up, back, and down. Now we have to go back, up, forward, and down because the shoulders go in 2 directions. Technically, they go in many directions, but we're moving them in 2 directions because it's a socket joint, so we can move around a lot. But anyway, anatomy later. Take your arms down. With your inhale, sweep the arms behind you, up, cross, and down, back, up, cross, and down, back, up, cross, and down. Getting this movement into our bodies, getting used to it. And just like the first direction, you can switch which arm crosses in front each time. And if, again, that just feels like too much to be aware of, you don't have to worry about it. It's just an offering. Back, up, forward, down, back, up, forward, down. Go ahead and bend the knees, sink on in. Again, try not to slap the legs. Back, up, forward, down, back, up, forward, down. You're going to hear that in your sleep. Let's go for a few more times, all right? Keep the knees bending if you can. Back, up, forward, down, twice more. Good, and as you bring the arms down this time, straighten the legs. Feel sensation, warmth in the shoulders and upper back and chest. Good. And then go ahead and bring the feet parallel. So point the toes directly forward. If anything, you're pigeon toeing a little bit here. And this just gives you more access to the backs of your legs and your lower back. So go ahead and allow the left hand to come down onto the left thigh. Sweep the right arm out to the side, palm face up. Now with your inhale, reach that right arm to the ceiling and then tilt all the way over. Exhale, come back up. Inhale, reach up and over. Exhale, come back up. Again, reach, inhale. And exhale, return. Let's do 2 more, all right? Sweep up and over. And return. Sweep up and over. And return. Good. Take an adjusting breath. It might feel like that right shoulder is kind of higher than the other. We will balance that out. So let's go ahead and do so. Right hand on the right thigh, left arm out to the side, palm face up. And with an inhale, sweep the left arm up and over. Exhale, come back up. Reach. And return. Reach. And up. Reach. And up. One more time. Reach up and over. Inhale. And then exhale, come all the way back up. Sweep both arms up. With your exhale, hinge at the hips and fold down over wide legs. It's okay to bend the knees a little bit here. And then inhale, sweep the arms out to the side with a strong back. Come all the way back up and bring the arms on down. Good. All right, we're going to do more with that last exercise, just making it a bit more flowy, and we're going to go from side to side. This is a good one just to get the laterals nice and stretched out and warmed up, and also to loosen up any tension you find along the spine. So go ahead and take the arms straight out to the sides, both palms toward the ceiling, and then just go ahead and tilt to the left, sweeping the right arm up and over, and then exhale, come all the way back up. And then inhale, go ahead and tilt to the other side, reaching as far to that side as you can with the left hand. And then exhale, come back up. And then inhale, tilt. And then just keep moving on your own breath. Coming up, exhale. Inhale, reaching to a side. Exhale, coming up. Inhale, reaching to a side. And the idea is that the arms are relatively staying out to the side the entire time. Inhaling to a side. Exhaling back up. We'll do a couple more rounds. Good. And then it doesn't matter which side you choose, but go ahead and tilt to a side and stay. Okay. Roll the top shoulder back, really reach through that arm. You might even be able to look up under the arm. Breathe. Reach. Good. And then go ahead and come all the way back up. Inhale. Exhale. We're just going to switch sides immediately. Lift the other arm up and tilt to the side, making sure to do the side you didn't do before. And think about rolling the top shoulder back. You can even look under the arm, so up toward the ceiling. Reach and breathe. Good. All right. Inhale, come all the way up. Good. Feel sensation. Beautiful job. So we're going to do just a little bit more work here with the legs wide. All right. So go ahead and sweep the arms up again. Hinge at the hips, fold forward and down over wide legs. Again, you can soften or slightly bend the knees if you'd like to. Now, if your hands don't already touch the floor, bend your knees until your fingertips do, okay? And then with your hands or fingertips on the floor, walk your hands as far toward your right foot as you can. It's okay to keep the knees bending if you need to. So you're reaching as far toward the right foot as you can and reaching through the left arm. And breathe. Good. And then walk your hands or fingertips back to center and then just keep going. Walk toward that left foot, reaching through the right arm. Again, it's okay to keep the knees bending a little bit here. Good. Go ahead and walk back to center and fold between the legs for just another moment. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side with a strong back. Lift yourself all the way up. And exhale, release the arms back down to your sides. Good job. We've done a lot for the legs today. We've done a lot for the shoulder so far, warming up the lower back too. So go ahead and just step the feet together. That probably feels good after that wide leg work we've been doing. If you need a drink of water, go ahead and do so. It's hot in the Bay Area today. I'm not sure if you're in the Bay, but like if you are, hydrate. Though I guess the rest of the country is in a heat wave too. So wherever you are, hydrate. Okay, so let's go ahead and move through a sun salutation, shall we? So stepping to the top of your mat, the feet are about hip width apart and bring your palms to your heart. Now, before we begin, find your breath again and allow that to bring you to this present experience. There might be sensations in your body that you're really aware of right now. Maybe there's some thoughts in your mind that you're really aware of right now. But let the breath bring you to this moment so you can be with this experience. Especially when the movement gets repetitive in these sun salutations, it's easy for the mind to check out. Try to keep it focused, try to keep it in, try to keep it here in the now. So with that, of that little lecture, let's go ahead and begin. So inhale, sweep the arms down, back, and up. With your exhale, bend both knees, drop your body down, sweep your arms behind you, chair prep. Keep the knees bent, lift your arms up into chair pose. Now stay here for the exhale. Then inhale, straighten the legs. And then exhale, swan dive, fold forward and down. Press palms to shins, come halfway up, inhale. And exhale, fold down and step your right foot way back. Take the right knee to the floor. Inhale, sweep the arms up into a crescent lunge. Beautiful. Exhale, hands to the floor. Before you step back, go ahead and straighten the front leg and pull the toes toward you, hamstring stretch. Bringing this one back. Then inhale, rock forward, curl the back toes under, and step back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, float down onto hands and knees. And then bend the elbows in toward your waist, bring your heart down to the floor, and release the hips back. Good. Let's come into cobra pose. Rolling the shoulders down the back, lift the heart and head. And exhale, release down. Let's do that one more time. Cobra, inhale, lift. And exhale down, curl the toes under, push up to hands and knees, and then lift back into downward facing dog, maybe stepping the feet forward a few inches. So from here, lift the right leg up and step the right foot forward, help it through. Back knee on the ground. When you're ready, we'll come up into the crescent lunge, so lifting the arms forward, up, and back. Then exhale, hands to the floor. Straighten the right leg, pull the toes toward you, hamstring stretch. Then inhale, rock forward and step forward. Standing forward fold. Palms to shins, come halfway up, inhale. And exhale, fold. Sweep the arms out to the side, inhale, come all the way up to standing. And palms to the heart. Good, let's do that again. Inhale, sweep the arms down, back, and up. Bend the knees, chair prep, sweep the arms behind you. Go ahead and lift the arms forward and up into chair pose. And stay. With your next inhale, straighten the legs and fold forward. Palms to shins. And down. Go ahead and step the left foot back now. Back knee to the floor, crescent lunge, inhale, arms forward, up, and back. And then hands to the floor, straighten the right leg, pull the toes toward you. Then inhale, rock forward, step back to downward dog. Hands and knees, inhale. Let's do a chest press. Bring the heart down to the floor. Release the hips, hands under the shoulders, cobra lift, head and chest, inhale. Exhale, release. Curl the toes under, pushing up and back to downward facing dog. Once you're in down dog, lift the left leg up and step it through. Back knee down, come on up, crescent lunge. Good, hands down, straighten the left leg, pull the toes toward you. Then inhale, rock forward. Let's step forward, standing forward fold. Palms to shins. Exhale down. Sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way up in. And palms to the heart again. Let's keep this energy moving. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, chair prep. Chair pose. Lift on inhale and fold on exhale. Palms to shins. And then step your right foot back. Knee to the ground, crescent lunge. Good. Hands to the floor, hamstring stretch. Pull the toes back as you straighten the leg. Then inhale, rock forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hands and knees. Chest press. Release the hips. Cobra lift, inhale. And down. Curl the toes under. Downward facing dog, pushing up and back. Once you're there, the right leg lifts and step it through. Back knee to the ground, crescent lunge. Good, hands to the floor, hamstring stretch. Good, and then step forward. Palms to shins. And exhale, release. Arms out to the side, come all the way up, inhale. And palms to the heart. Again, inhale, sweep up. Exhale, bend the knees, chair prep. Chair pose. Lift. And fold. Halfway. Left leg. Good, crescent lunge. Hamstring stretch. Good, rock forward, step back, downward facing dog. Hands and knees to chest press. And then we'll come into cobra pose. Head, chest, and just head and chest lift. Exhale, release the head and chest down. Curl the toes under, push up and back. Left leg lifts this time. Step the left foot forward. Knee to the ground. Crescent lunge. Good, hamstring stretch. And then rock forward, step forward. Palms to shins. Exhale, release. Sweep the arms out to the side. Inhale, come all the way up. And palms to the heart. We'll do 2 more rounds. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, bend the knees. Chair pose. Good, lift up, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Palms to shins. And right foot steps back. Back knee to the floor, crescent lunge. Good, hands to the floor, hamstring stretch, pull the toes toward you. And then rock forward, step back, downward facing dog. Hands and knees, inhale. Chest press, exhale. We'll come into cobra, head and chest lift. And down. Curl the toes under, push up and back. Right leg lifts and step. Back knee to the floor, crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, hamstring stretch. Good, then rock forward, step forward. Palms to shins. Exhale, release. Sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way up. And palms to the heart. Stay here for just a moment. Feel sensation before we go into our last round. Remembering the breath, remembering to come back to the present moment if your mind has drifted. Then we'll add some holds to this last round. So with your inhale, sweep on up, reach. Chair prep, chair pose, and stay. Feel the shoulders set down the back, feel the heart lift, knees bending, breath breathing. Be present with this experience. Good, inhale, straighten the knees. And let's swan dive, fold forward and down. Palms to shins, halfway up. And exhale, release. Go ahead and step the left foot way back. Knee to the ground, crescent lunge. Good, hamstring stretch. So hands to the floor, straighten the right foot. Pull the toes toward you. And you guessed it, we're holding this one too. Now, there's a little bit of a literal twist we could do here if you want to. All right, you can just stay where you're at, or if you want to do this, you can. So with your left hand or fingertips on the floor, bring your right hand onto your right hip. So the right leg is forward, right hand on the right hip. Take a deep breath in, feel your spine lengthen. With your exhale, roll the right shoulder back to twist. It's a little bit of a balancing act. If you are twisting, keep the right shoulder rolling back. Keep the right toes pulling toward you. And there's a lot going on here, so breathe with it. Good, all right, go ahead and unwind, bring both hands to the floor, rock forward and step back. Downward facing dog, good job. All right, hands and knees. And chest press. Coming on down. All right, so doing a little bit of work with Cobra while we're down here. So hands are underneath the shoulders, elbows are bending in towards your sides. Don't let them flail out, keep them tucked in. Roll the shoulders down the back, lift the heart and head, inhale. Exhale, release down. Let's do that a couple more times. Cobra lift. Exhale down. And this last time we're going to hold for just a few breaths. So lifting up and stay. Keep the elbows squeezing in, keep the elbows bent. Lift up a little bit higher. And then exhale carefully, release on down. Take a breath. All right, when you're ready, curl the toes under, push up and back, downward facing dog. We'll stay here for about 2 breaths too. Feel some length in the spine, the hips reaching toward the sky behind you. And then go ahead and with your next inhale, lift the left foot up. Exhale, step the foot on through. Back knee to the floor, crescent lunge again. Lift the arms up. And then go ahead and bring the hands down, straighten the left leg, pull it towards you, the last hamstring stretch of the night. Unless you do more after this, and you're totally welcome to. Breathe. And now again, there's the option to come into the twist. So you can stay right here if you're vibing. If you want to do something more, you can bring your left hand onto your left hip. So the left leg is forward, left hand on left hip. Take a deep breath in, feel your spine lengthen. And then with an exhale, roll the left shoulder back. Maybe even looking up. And breathe. There's a lot going on here. Keep the left shoulder working back. Keep pulling the left toes back. All right. With an inhale, go ahead and unwind both hands down. Bend the front knee and step on forward. Good job. Palms to shins. And exhale, fold down. Let's do that 2 more times. Palms to shins, really feeling your spine extend forward through the crown of the head. Then exhale, fold back down. One more time, halfway up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side with a strong back lift all the way up. Inhale. And exhale, palms to your heart. Feel sensation here. Breath rate, heart rate, feeling in the body, your mind's relationship to feeling in the body. Then take a deeper, fuller breath, please. Bring your awareness on back. Good job. So the next exercise we're going to do is triangle pose. So from the front of your mat, go ahead and step your right foot way back. Take the back foot flat to the floor, toes pointing out to the side. All right. And we'll do a little bit of work before we get into triangle, because why not? We're here. So go ahead and take the arms out to the sides. Now it's tempting to lock the left knee, to really let it drop back completely. Keep it a little bit bent, just slightly, so energy can move through that leg. All right. Let's take a deep breath in. With your exhale, reach as far forward with the left hand as you can, like you're trying to grab somebody's hand in front of you. And then inhale, come back up. Then exhale, reach. Then inhale, come back up. Exhale, reach. And lift. Let's do 2 more times, all right? Reach. And lift. And then reach as far forward as you can. Bring the left hand down onto the left shin. Now drop the right arm to the floor. Then sweep the right arm forward, inhale, and then backstroke the arm into the air, coming into triangle, looking up if you can, and breathe. Staying for about 2 more breaths. And then become aware of your right hand, the one in the air, and imagine somebody's grabbing a hold of that hand, and then they just pull you up. Wasn't that easy? It didn't feel nearly as much effort as it would have had I just said, lug yourself back up. Little body hacks for you. So to do the other side, if you want to, you can just switch the angles of your feet in the opposite direction. If that doesn't work in the orientation of the room you're in, just switch the feet and make sure that the right foot is pointing forward and the left foot is behind you, flat on the floor, pointing out to the side. Okay? Take your arms out to the sides again. Soften that right knee a little bit. And then go ahead and exhale, reach forward. Then inhale, come back up. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lift. Reach. And lift. Reach. And lift. This time, reach as far forward with the right hand as you can. Bring it down onto the shin. Left arm drops down toward the floor. Inhale, reach the left arm forward. Exhale, backstroke it into the air and look up. Triangle pose. Staying for 2 more breaths. Good. And then go ahead and With that left arm in the air, almost forgot. Imagine you're holding onto somebody's hand and they're pulling you up. Good. Love little body hacks like that. So from wherever you're at on your mat and whatever orientation, we're gonna come into downward facing dog. So all I'm gonna do is fold over my right leg and step the foot back. You might have to do something else in your space to make sure you feel oriented correctly. But let's come into downward facing dog. Nice symmetrical stretch all of that after all of that asymmetrical work. And then float down onto hands and knees. And let's flip over onto our backs. And you can choose to literally flip or you can just roll. It's up to you. I'll be rolling. Good. So with your feet flat on the floor, knees bent, heels underneath your knees, prepping for bridge pose. Your arms can stay down by your sides for this one. And with your next inhale, go ahead and lift your hips into the air, pressing the pelvis toward the ceiling. And then exhale, slowly lower the hips back down to the floor. Doing that again, inhale, lift the hips up. And exhale, slowly lowering the hips back down. Again, inhale, lift. And down. We're going to do that 2 more times. Lifting on up. Releasing on down. And on this last round, we're going to hold the pose. So go ahead and lift on up, pressing the pelvis toward the ceiling. And we'll stay for about 5 deep breaths. Pressing up to your highest point. And then exhale, slowly bring the hips back down. Good. And then walk your feet away from the hips, about 6 inches. And then take your feet as wide apart as your yoga mat. Your arms can rest out to the sides. And with an inhale, let the knees knock to the left. With your exhale, think about grounding your lower back to the floor and allow that movement, that grounding of the lower back to bring the knees back to center. And then inhale, take the knees to the right. Exhale, bring the knees back to center. Inhale to the left and exhale back. Inhale right, exhale back. Inhale left and exhale back. And just keep going for just a little bit longer. Inhaling to a side and exhaling to center. And if you want to, as you kind of get into the groove of it here, you can turn the chin away from the knees. So if they go to the right, the chin goes to the left. Just bringing some movement to the neck. With the legs moving from side to side, helping to relieve any tension in the hips, the lower back, the sides of the body. We've done quite a bit of lateral postures tonight. One for just a little bit longer from side to side. Good, and then go ahead and bring the knees back to center, hug them in. Drawing the knees in toward your chest. Think about curling your tailbone back down to the floor. So it just creates a little bit of resistance between the shins and the hands, and it helps to, again, relieve some tension in the lower back. Breathing deeply. Good, all right. When you feel complete here, go ahead and extend your legs down to the floor and make yourself ready to rest here for a few minutes. Bring any support where you need it, making yourself comfortable. And as you settle in, just taking a moment to remind yourself that this time is set aside for you not to have to do anything. And so you can set your to-do lists, and your obligations, and your concerns just off to the side for a bit. They can definitely come back later if they really want to. But for now, we're just going to practice resting. So settling in a bit deeper, we'll have a similar, if not the same, contemplation as we had when we started, which is the presentness that the breath provides. And so that could be being aware of the inhale and exhale. And that could be awareness of the menagerie of sensations in the body. And of course, all of the content of the mind, but not letting any of that content pull you in. You can be aware that there are thoughts happening, but you don't get swept away by any of the thoughts, is the goal. And if you do, if you tune out and forget where you're at, it's okay. Find the breath and allow it to bring you back. peace, peace, peace. So taking a deeper, fuller breath, please. And begin to make some gentle movement in the body, arms, legs, hands, and feet. And when you're ready, go ahead and roll to your right side. Take your time as you transition to a seat. All right, so go ahead and bring your palms together and lower the chin. Take a breath in and out. And to honor yourself for the work that you've done here tonight. Gratitude for all of the effort that you put forward. May all of that effort and this practice continue to serve you. So until next time, namaste.